Hello. I want to show you a cover I just did. And usually I just upload it and nobody watches my music, which is fine. It's just fun to do it. But this time around, I want to tell you a little bit about the origin story and me just having just the best time. Just the best time with the best music. I want to tell you about it. So, I've mentioned it before in the Harley Benton video. Oh, there's still cold coffee in here. That's horrible. I got contacted by Mark Mancina, who bought some really cool guitars, and he watched my videos on some of the brands, and he said, I'm a fan of yours, which is just completely blowing my mind, because he's one of the most respected composers in Hollywood, and I've been following his work for years, whether it's Speed, Con Air, the Jerry Bruckheimer stuff, and Bad Boys, and who knows how many other movies. And then he works very closely with Disney, very closely with Phil Collins on Tarzan, the Brothers Bear, I think, did Moana, did Lion King stuff, is behind the Lion King musical. We're talking about just a giant in the industry. When I lived in California in Lake Arrowhead, I actually lived close to where he had a studio up in Lake Arrowhead. So for a few years, we lived close to each other, never met. I produced a female songwriter, Cindy Markline, and she actually knew Mark and told me about him. So I produced her, and they knew. So it was a small circle, but we never met. And I possibly was also too afraid to ask her to introduce us. So now he watches the channel, which is just ridiculous. We had a great FaceTime and just nerded out about guitars and music and composing. He told me a lot about working with Phil Collins and all that. And I said, well, I frequently do covers, and I've done cover of Michael Bolton's Something Hero. Go the Distance from Hercules. If you've seen that, it's a great cover. Meant to be, I'll be there someday, and I can go in the stands. I will find my way if I can be strong. So I said, look, I'm gonna now, because we talked, and I'm a massive fan of the songs from Tarzan. I'm gonna now have to butcher one of those songs. Would you mind? And he said, no, go right ahead. So I did a metal version, because I'm such a metal guy, of a Tarzan song. And then Carsten Stepanovic, who was gonna sing it, and we thought about, what do we do? And there's one song that's kind of a Mixolydian vibe, but the vocals are very freely on top of it. And we're like, this is not very metal. Two Worlds is not good enough for it. Then Son of Man from Tarzan is a great song, but it's like, it's beating already. It's already going forward. Doing that as metal is pretty much too obvious. And then there was one left, You'll Be in My Heart. The beautifully written ballad that won an Oscar for Phil Collins. And Carsten said, that's the one. I'm like, oh, fuck. So even though I have a lot of stuff to do, a lot of paid jobs that I have to do for many companies that are sitting around, which is what I should have done, I spent 3 days working out how to metalize You'll Be in My Heart. And so much stuff came together, because I did that and had Phil Collins' original vocals on it, which I extracted with RX-11 from Isotope. Thank you, Isotope, for that. To work on it. I knew Carsten was going to replace it later with some heavier vocals. That song has this absolutely amazing, very subtle guitar line in it in the intro. Very beautiful, slightly just edge of breakup-y guitars. An amazing sound and a beautiful line. And when I talked to Mark, he told me that Tim Pierce did it. And of course, I'm a huge Tim Pierce fan. So this song, written by the master Phil Collins, arranged by Mark Mancina, with this amazing guitar line from Tim Pierce, it just combined so many things I admire, so many people I admire. And then when Raphael and we did our songwriting course, we analyzed Disney music to death. And these songs were very important to us. So we're big Disney fans. I'm a huge Disney music fan, which is, of course, odd to you people, but I am.
So this song here is the scene where Little Baby Tarzan is found by this monkey lady. Come stop you crying, it will be all right. I'm not doing the phrasing from the sheet music, which is okay, I hope. Just take my hand, hold it tight.
And that underlines the lullaby side, the something you sing to your kids, which is literally exactly what's going on.
Tonic chord, and subdominant chord. Subdominant chord, remember that you can use the 2 minor to reharmonize the 4 major.
So I arranged that song. And then I sent it to Carsten, and he sent me the lyrics, the vocals. And when I listened back, I mean, the whole time I did the song, I was giddy. I was unsure if it works because I changed the key a bit. I did it in minor and did a couple of, weird things. But there were certain parts in the song, I cranked it up, when you're working on something and you're listening back loudly and you're getting so passionate about it. And I was really just sitting in the studio and I felt happiness and joy because of music. Because of music I had arranged, yes, but because of music, and this is really what it's about, thank you to Phil Collins. Thank you to Mark. Thank you to Tim Pierce for giving me this material that I could mold into something my own. And then I'm listening back, and I'm not listening back to my song, I'm listening back to their song. And I just have the best time and gratitude for having been able to work on it and just do my own little version. And then I get the vocals back from Carsten, and it's all good, and I'm putting the vocals in. And then the bridge hits, and I'm starting to tear up. I was sitting there, I'm literally banging the table, I'm making it louder, and I have tears in my eyes, tears of joy, because it is such a beautiful part with that sus4 major, sus2, whatever, and then going to that, I think it's a D flat. It's just so amazing how the music comes together, and it made me just so happy that I was literally crying my eyes out of this music that came back to me that I had arranged, not created, but arranged, and that I was allowed to experience this music by Phil Collins, Mark Mancina, with parts by Tim Pierce, and knowing that Mark is listening to it, and probably, hi Tim, I don't know, hey Phil, I don't know if you ever see this, but it just made me happy, and every time I hear it, it made me happy. So the story continues. I needed Carsten's parts for the video, and I asked, do you have a green screen? He said no, so I ordered a green screen on Amazon, sent it to him, and he sends me the video, and boy, Carsten, just for the video, he fucked up in all the ways possible. He was way too close to the camera, so he was cutting off his head up there, and he's reaching out left and right, and then his arms are cut off. And of course, if you're then green screening it and I make him smaller, then of course, there's just a cut off arm in the middle of the video. Carsten, next time, let's not do that. And because Carsten doesn't know the song the way I know it, he had to read the lyrics. So constantly he's just like reading the lyrics and not looking at the camera. Funny shit. And then he wanted to do the best job possible, so he ordered himself a Tarzan shirt, which is awesome. But the Tarzan shirt has Red Riding Tarzan, and then the whole rest of the shirt is a green jungle, which of course, if you're jumping around on a green screen, doesn't work, because now Carsten has a hole in his belly. And you know what? I left all of that stuff in there. Because it's supposed to be funny, it's supposed to be humorous, it's supposed to be just fun. So I share with you now the thing that I just loved working on. It's not for anything, it's not going to be released. It's just in here in the video for that amp that I did it with, which is an amazing amp, which is a Bad Cat Lynx, one of the most amazing high gain amps I've ever played. And it is with the greatest honor I can possibly express that I know Mark's going to look at this, and if I'm lucky, Tim, you're going to see this. Your part in there is absolutely mind-blowing, but you know this. So with deepest respect to the people that originally recorded the song and wrote it, I hope you enjoy this little ditty that we came up with. Thanks for watching. We'll put animals at the end after everything. Love you guys.
Come stop you crying, it will be alright. Just take my hand, hold it tight. stop you crying, it'll be alright. Just take my hand, hold it tight. I will protect you from all around you. I will be here, don't you cry. For what's so small, it seems so strong. My arms will hold you, keep you safe and warm. This bond between us can't be broken. I will be here, don't you cry. 'Cause you'll be in my heart. Yes, you'll be in my heart. From this day on, now and forevermore. You'll be in my heart. No matter what they say, you'll be here in my heart. Always. Why can't they understand the way we feel? They just don't trust what they can't explain. I know we're different, deep inside us. We're not that different at all. And you'll be in my heart. Yes, you'll be in my heart. From this day on, now and forevermore. Don't listen to them, 'cause what do they know? We need each other to have to hold. They'll see in time. I know. When destiny calls you, you must be strong. May not be with you, but you've got to hold on. They'll see in time. I know. We'll show them together, 'cause you'll be in my heart. Believe me, you'll be in my heart. I'll be there from this day on, now and forevermore. You'll be in my heart. No matter what they say, I'll be with you. You'll be here in my heart. I'll be there always. Always. I'll be with you. I'll be there for you always. Always and always. Just look over your shoulder. Just look over your shoulder. Just look over your shoulder. I'll be there.